Hello, I am Zakira Green. I am a senior communication major and a minor in social media. And the title of my capstone project will be titled Behind the Grades. This is a series that focuses on mental health struggles that first generation college students like myself may go through that are often overlooked. For my guest audience, I will have a Coastal Carolina professor that was a first generation college student to just come on and talk about what it felt like navigating through college or just trying to find his way and purpose throughout college while being a first gen. Then I will have two Coastal Carolina students to come on and talk about how is it going, how is their overall experience as being a senior, navigating through college as a first generation college student. This will be a podcast on WCCU Radio under Talks with Kira. You can go check it out. Also, it'll be on YouTube. Let's begin this series of Behind the Grades. Hello, you're listening to WCCU Radio, Coastal Carolina University student-run radio station. I am your host, Zakira Green, and today I'm here with a special guest.
Hi, I'm Bob Batchelor. I am a new assistant professor in the Department of Communication, Media, and Culture.
All right, great. Can you tell us where you're from?
Yeah, I grew up in Slippery Rock, Pennsylvania, which is about an hour north of Pittsburgh.
Oh, okay. And today I have him here for my capstone project. We will be talking about first generation college students and behind the grades, diving a little deeper of what it means to be a first gen student, what it means to navigate through college, what it means to just try to balance mental health and everything that goes along with being a student. It's a lot of pressure on you. So we're going to have this interview with you. Are you excited? Are you ready?
I am ready and excited.
All right. So stay tuned after the break. You're listening to WCCU Radio. Y'all don't want to miss.
Not only a first generation college student, but coming from a poor family, there was like a double-headed whammy. Not only was I probably not that prepared for college intellectually. My education wasn't that strong as some people who went to better funded high schools, but I didn't have the money to really fit in with the quote unquote in crowd. So I had to work right away. I didn't have a lot of money for going off campus and things like that. So as a first generation student, I also didn't have anybody to talk to, because you wouldn't want to bring that up to your friends. I mean, I'm not going to start off, hey, I'm a freshman, let's talk about how we don't really fit in. That wasn't really done. So those were probably the most significant aspects early in my college life.
Okay, great, yeah. And then did you ever feel like you had to figure everything out on your own throughout the journey in the process?
Yeah, that was a big one. And there wasn't even really anything considered mental health when I was in college. So, later in my life when I became a professor, I took a lot of first generation college students under my wing, because I realized they weren't getting the mental health either, or even had anybody really to talk to. And my teaching career began in 2005, so it's really not all that long ago that especially traditionally underprivileged and underrepresented audiences of students didn't have people to talk to. And so I think we've come a long way in the 20 years since then.
Yes.
But it's always been important to me to try to help people who don't have some of the privileges that others have when they go to college.
Especially with the resources that we do have. Like I said, at Coastal we do now have the Green Banana Project. And so, so back then, basically I didn't have as many resources. And so you had to kind of figure it out. And how did that look for you?
It looked difficult, let's say.
So did it show on the outside?
I was pretty self-aware, and that's both good and bad, because being self-aware gives you some insight that maybe other people don't naturally have. but it also kind of situates you in your caste system
Right.
of where you are as a person, maybe versus some others. But I saw a lot of people struggling even more in terms of, say, for neurodiversity.
Right.
There weren't, there wasn't kids on Adderall. Like, there weren't the things that people could do to help themselves.
That's right.
So if you had a neurodiversity when I was in college, basically it would be like, figure it out yourself. And that is out of bounds for a lot of people. They can't figure it out.
Right.
So I saw a lot of my friends and people I knew struggle because there was not a support system.
Wow. Okay, thank you for sharing that with me. Okay, and let's dive into mental health and emotional well-being. So what did you wish you had known about mental health when you were a student?
Yeah, I wish that there would have not been such a stigma about reaching out for help.
Yes.
Mental health discussions, either through a psychologist or counselor. We just didn't have that. Where I went to undergrad at the University of Pittsburgh, most of the professors were much older. They were near retirement age. So you didn't even have really professors or instructors that you could reach out to discuss anything beyond your academic perspective. So the mental health piece, it wasn't even on the table.
Right.
It wasn't something that you could bring into the light of day.
Right.
And so as I struggled, the people that I talked to about this, they're fellow undergrads and my fraternity brothers. And they're looking back, they're the least trustworthy, least understanding. I mean, they might care for me as a person and want me to succeed, but none of them had psychology degrees on the wall.
Okay.
So it was really, when I was in college, completely behind closed doors.
Okay. Wow. And looking back, how did college impact your mental health as a first gen?
Well, it took me several years to kind of figure college out. The problem that I had was always being massively too rough on myself and not having anybody to talk through that challenge with. So my grades suffered, some relationships suffered because I didn't know how to deal with the stress.
Right.
I didn't know how to go about dealing with everything, and especially when I felt like I was filled too much. You know, too much was on the plate. I was trying to do too many things. So it didn't feel good. I wish that some of the services that exist now were in existence at all back then. But yeah, I definitely felt it, and that's why I reached out to students. When I first started teaching at the University of South Florida, it's a very large school, ninth largest school in the country, and I realized that in the major I was teaching, public relations and strategic communications, a lot of the students were first generation. They were feeling very lonely. They didn't have, many of them didn't have a strong adult support system in their lives. So I purposely became the leader of a very large student organization so that I could have some of that one-on-one contact. And
major from South Carolina.
Okay, my name is Shalasia Lights. I'm from Pittsburgh, Leesville, and I'm an exercise and sports science major.
All right. Okay. Can y'all just do like a little brief introduction as far as plans after college?
I don't know what I'm gonna do after college.
I'm going to grad school to Winthrop for athletic training.
Okay.
So for me, I went to counseling a couple times. I want to say about my sophomore year, but once I got like a good balance by myself, I'm actually better off campus than on campus, like in my room and at nighttime. So that's what kind of helped me.
Gotcha. Got it. Okay.
I would say God and journaling. Journaling
Like
has helped me a lot just to get stuff off my chest.
Journaling and God. Gotcha. I love that. Okay. This series is titled Behind the Grades. So what does success look like for y'all?
For me, just doing everything I set to be at a comfortable pace and, you know, past grad school, getting into my actual career field. So that's what success means for me.
Love it. Go ahead, Mari.
I would say getting where I put my mind to. Basically what she said.
Yeah.
But also, not having to worry about anything also.
Yes.
So I feel like once I set one goal, I achieve it, it's another goal I need to go achieve.
Mm-hmm.
And then I worry about how am I going to achieve that.
Mm-hmm. And lastly, what does it mean to be a part of this series Behind the Grades?
I'm extremely grateful. I never had an opportunity like this. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Love this. Thank y'all so much. Because like I always say, be purposeful, and you never know what you said today may influence someone, or if they are first gen and going through the same thing, we gotta just be there for each other, support each other, because we're a family, right, y'all?
Yeah.
I love it. Anything y'all want to conclude or any shout outs before we end?
Shout out all my people. Good job.
Yes, thank y'all so much. And then Shalasia, let you start with your first.
Oh, so my name is Shalasia, and I'm from Batesburg, Leesville, South Carolina, and I'm an exercise and sports science major.
Great. All right.
My name is Jamar Harrell. I'm an accounting major for Charleston, South Carolina.
Charleston. Okay. All right. One word before we go. Go ahead. He's looking like Kira. What? What's one word you want to say before we go?
God bless.
God bless. Go ahead, Shalasia.
Keep pushing.
Keep pushing.